right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to start off this call with some MLM by the numbers. There's a lot of tomfoolery going on in the industry right now with people thinking that the industry is something that it's not and that it's not what it is. But we're going to give you some facts tonight. I've been researching today for hours just to get all this information from you and making sure that I had current up-to-date information for you on these. And we're just going to go through the statistics. And I'll explain why we're going through these statistics a little bit later in the call. You can write them down or not. This call will be recorded, and what is remembered is repeated, and what is repeated is remembered. So I want to make sure that these numbers are getting through to you. Number one, the average network marketer sponsors 2.7 people over the course of their career. Now, that number may sound strange to people here at HBN because we sponsor so many people, but we're not talking about free accounts. We are talking about actual paid members who want to build the business. We're not even talking about retail customers. It's very easy to sponsor retail customers here at HBN using the systems that we teach. We had 53 new retail orders in 15 minutes done live at the event that we just had in Orlando, Florida. So retail sales are incredible, but on a business builder side, the average network marketer is sponsoring 2.7 people, which is another reason why I love the binary as opposed to unilevel pay plans, because unilevel pay plans require more than 3 people to really get the money going, while binary is dealing with what people can typically do, which is 2 people, one on the left and one on the right. Second statistic, the 2.7 people who are sponsored by these individuals, the average individual in network marketing is spending an average of $200 to enter that particular company. So at HBN, we know it's anywhere from $25 or free even, or 100 CV or even a VP pack. But the average that people are spending to join network marketing companies right now is $200 on average. And that is 2.7 people right there. The average network marketing check, this was a fun stat. The average network marketing check is $24, and the average amount of network marketing profit for those who profit is $8. That was stat number 3. The average network marketing check on a monthly basis is $24, and the average amount of profit just for the network marketers who do profit is $8. Okay, so here, just starting out, let me do 2 more facts, and then we'll ask a question. And number 5, the average network marketer these days is actively building a business for 6 weeks. Okay, 6 weeks. And the average, and that's the 5th statistic. The 6th statistic is the average network marketer has stopped auto ship and stopped building and is no longer affiliated with the company within 90 days. That was statistic number 6. Okay, 90 days is about the lifespan of a normal network marketer in any company, but they're only building a business for about 6 weeks of that 90 days. I guess that's a little around half or something like that. The 7th statistic, this was a new updated one from the last time I had researched it. 50% of network marketers are no longer in the industry after 1 year. They're no longer in the industry anymore after 1 year. That's phenomenal. The 8th statistic, this number has actually gone up by 5% since the last time I researched it. This number for the 8th statistic is 95% of network marketers are no longer in the industry after 10 years. Okay, 95% of network marketers are no longer in the industry after 10 years. And that is just amazing. And let me give you one more, the 9th statistic, which is really cool. And this will be the last one I want to ask a question after. This 9th statistic is the average amount of time it takes someone to make not $1 million. The average amount of time it takes for someone to make over 6 figures in network marketing is 5 years. So most network marketers that are still here after 5 years with the same company are 6-figure earners at that company. Okay. So how long does it take the average network marketer to start making 100 grand a year? Typically on average, 5 years. And then the 10th statistic, how long does it take the average network marketer who makes $1 million a year? It takes them from 7 to 10 years to start making $1 million a year. Okay. So you see with the same company. Okay, so you see, statistically speaking, people are bouncing around from company to company to company. They're literally eliminating their chances of making 6 or 7 figures in network marketing almost to nothing. They're ruining their own chances. And these are according to the numbers. This isn't the Will Zanders School of Network Marketing. These are actual facts and statistics that I've accumulated over the years and update every couple of months to do a call just like this. So that's the 10 facts that you want to know about network marketing right now. Now let's continue with the call. Global wealth, okay, global wealth around the world grew by 12.7%, okay, and that was in 2021. I could not access the 2022 numbers. I don't think they've been released just yet, but global wealth around the world grew by 12.7%, okay? That is the fastest, largest rate ever recorded in a single year, okay? So regardless of what you're hearing about the scamdemic or the pandemic, regardless of what you hear about the government and recessions and the dollar is going to be worth no money. Listen, we're always hearing this stuff. They're always trying to do what we call predictive programming. They're always trying to work on our belief and make us think that the world is going to hell in a handbasket when it's not. I just need you to understand this is the wealthiest time in the history of the world. And that is what the statistics say. That may not be what the mainstream media says, but they're just reading a script that someone with an agenda gave them. Okay, if they did some research, they would know better. Okay, the next thing I want to say is that global millionaires, for the first time in the history of the world, okay, millionaires exceed 1% of the population. Now, this may not sound like a big deal. Okay, this doesn't sound like a big deal. All right, I'm gonna tell you, but just understand what that means, because listen, this is the first time in recorded history that more than 1% of the world is millionaires. That means no matter what country you go to, I don't care if it's a third world country, I don't care if it's the middle of nowhere, I don't care if it's rural South, I don't care if it's big city New York, one out of every 100 people is a certified millionaire. All right, it is the first time ever one out of 100 people, over one out of 100 people, like 1.2, 1.3% is a millionaire. Now, here's another great fact. In the United States, the percentage of millionaires in the United States as of this year, last year, 8.8, highest number ever for any country ever. I'm gonna say it again. The highest number of millionaires ever, percentage-wise, in any country in the history of the world is the United States at 8.8%. That means 9 out of 100 people, just about 8.8. And then you got some other millionaires that are like not reporting income, like drug dealers and stuff who are not reporting their income. Hear me out. It's like 9 out of 10. So I mean 9 out of 100. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 out of 100 people in the United States are millionaires. 8.8% of United States adults are millionaires. That means if you take any 100 Americans, you got 8 or 9 of these jokers are certified bona fide millionaires or multimillionaires. You are living in the greatest transfer of wealth in the history of the world. And the mainstream media, your friends and family and everybody else, your coworkers, the people who don't believe in networking, they're trying to convince you that it's not happening. They're trying to convince you that the greatest transfer in the history of the world is not happening. Okay, please understand that. You need to get these facts into your brain to understand how big the opportunity is before you. Now, the average age of millionaires, okay, is 57. So for all my 50-year-olds and up, guess what? Y'all are right on time. And for everybody else who's not in their 50s yet, guess what? Y'all got plenty of time. But the average age of a millionaire is 57 years old, and 42% of millionaires are between the ages of 57 and 75. Okay. I mean, these are just the facts. Now, don't feel bad, millennials, because 19% of millionaires right now are millennials. Millennials are becoming millionaires at a higher rate than any other time in recorded history. So it don't matter if you 17 or if you 75, you are living in, statistically speaking, the greatest wealth transfer in recorded history in any country in the world, but especially if you're in the United States. Okay, this is what it is. This is just what started happening like in 2016, 2017, 2018. It's still going on today. Okay. Now, just to drive home this point about the US, and now we have an incredible global business, but let me brag on my home for right now. Ladies and gentlemen, United States has 22 millionaires in it, 22 million millionaires, okay? 22 million millionaires. The next closest country is China with about 5 millionaires. I think 5 million millionaires. In Japan, 3.6 millionaires, 3.6 million millionaires. Germany with 3 million millionaires. The UK, people think the Queen of England and them had a bunch of rich people. Listen, the Queen and them was rich, but the people ain't. The UK combined has simply 2.5 million millionaires. Okay. And then France has 2.4 million millionaires. If you add it up, all the millionaires in the 5 countries of China, Japan, Germany, the UK, and France, they still would not come close to how many millionaires are in the United States. The United States has 22 million millionaires. That's more millionaires than any country, any time in the history of the world. Now, I'm starting to get real specific with these next numbers because this is when I get excited. This is when the green part of my brain really turns on for y'all. Now, we got 5.2 new global millionaires last year, okay? 5.2 brand new global millionaires around the world. And the United States had 2.5 million new millionaires, okay? This is just in 2021. The 2022 numbers are predicted to be higher, but they have not been released yet for whatever reason, okay? But the 5.2 million that's brand new millionaires around the world. And United States had how many? 2.5 million brand new millionaires last year, which is exciting. How do I know? Because I was one of those. That made me happy the year before last. So that's just where we at with it, okay? Now, I'm going to come back to that statistic. So don't forget that. Over 5 million new millionaires around the world just last year. And then half of those, 2.5 million new millionaires came from the United States. We're going to come back to that. Now, in 1868, the J.R. Watkins Company was really pioneering network marketing along with the Fuller Brushman and these other type of companies, okay? So the network marketing industry is well over 100 years old. Direct sales and network marketing has been evolving since the 1800s. This industry is not going anywhere. Just know that it's older and more stable than professional sports. I mean, it's older and more stable than the music industry on the internet side anyway. It's one of the oldest, most stable economic vehicles is network marketing in the history of the world. And it was over 100 years old as of 1970. Okay, so it is not slowing down. Now, there is a statistic that I really have had quoted a lot. I had researched it. It's actually changed. It used to be that 3% of network marketers would make it to the big money. We've all heard that. I actually have not only heard it, I have researched it ad nauseum. And for a long time, this was the standard. 3% of network marketers would make the big money. Well, ladies and gentlemen, according to new numbers, it has changed. Okay, the number is now 5% of network marketers will make 6 or 7 figures. The number went up by 2% over the last few years. And I would just assume that that's because the pandemic and everything really forced everybody to learn how to build online businesses, and network marketers, we were already good at it, I think. And a lot of us got forced to really use our skills in a way we didn't before. So the number is now 5% of network marketers will become 6 or 7 figure earners. And that was from the Balanced Small Businesses, my source I got for that online. I'll have to post a lot of these resources, or you can just go look them up yourself. It'll take you several hours, but it is what it is. Now, this is my favorite statistic. Put a big star by this one. This is my favorite. Okay. Network marketing accounts. Now, I've used this one before. I just had to confirm it again today. Network marketing accounts for 20% of all millionaires globally. All right, and I'm gonna give you that source. That's from the International Center for Trade and Sustainable Development. They're based out of Geneva, Switzerland, and they've been around since 1996. It's a nonprofit organization, does a lot of good work on the economic side from a policy standpoint, okay? I'm gonna say that again because some people be missing that. All right, network marketing, our industry, accounts for 20% of all millionaires globally. This is just ridiculous. So using that number, we can remember that we had 5.2 million new millionaires. I'm gonna just tell you right now, about 1 million of those came from network marketing. And again, you're talking to one of them. So I know it's a thing. All right. 1 million of the new millionaires came from network marketing. The exact number, 1,040,000 new millionaires came from network marketing. All right. Just understand that. Now, when we break that down, I just want you to understand how powerful this industry is, because we're going to show you a blueprint that we've been using for years to get to this amount of money. And we're going to tell you why it works, the pitfalls you can have, and how to execute it yourself in a relatively short time frame. But let's look at that number, okay, of new millionaires last year that came in from network marketing. 1,040,000 millionaires. Ladies and gentlemen, that is an average of 2,849 brand new millionaires every day, according to network marketing, from network marketing. I'm gonna say that again. According to actual verified statistics from people who do this stuff for a living. And these are not network marketing companies that are providing these surveys and reports. These are third party. Listen, this is Forbes. This is entrepreneur.com. You got to go do your own research. This, again, is the direct selling organization, the International Center for Trade and Sustainable Development. These are, you got to do your own research, or you can just listen to what I'm saying. But if you want to go do it on your own, go do it on your own. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you, 2,849 brand new millionaires every day just from network marketing. That is stupendous. Okay, it's stupid. It don't get much better than that. All right, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so that's why I wanted to go with that angle, just to give out some numbers about what's happening around the world as far as money, because that's why a lot of people are in business, for the money and the resources. Part of our mission here at HBN is to teach people and give people a vehicle that they can use to build a financial wall of security around their family that nothing can get through. And you got to really understand the science and the research and the facts of money and what's happening in the big space of money around the world, and especially in the United States, where HBN is based, so you can understand how to become a top earner in network marketing. Okay. Last statistic I'll give you before we move on to some fun stuff is 27% of network marketers will just break even, and that's fine. But 25% of network marketers will turn a profit. Okay. And the ones who stay at their companies for 5 years or longer will be making six figures. The ones who stay at their companies for 7 to 10 years will be making millions on an annual basis. Don't get mad at me. It's what it is. Every time you switch to another company and you stop building and got to start over, you got to start your clock over again. That's what the numbers say. And that's one of the reasons why we really find it sad when people do that. They're just making it hard for themselves.